Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Chris with the C. Hope you are doing well. Thank you very much for joining me today. Right, we have Grace, and happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Grace has bought me a little present, and obviously my beautiful wife as well. What have you got me, Grace?
Drone.
Got you a drone. So I did put a little post up on the community page asking, did people want to see an unboxing on the drone? No. I didn't even expect this, I'll be quite honest with you. So she does pay attention, don't you, Grace, to what I do? Yeah. It turns out that basically they've been listening to my conversations and watching things that I do here on the channel. And what a lot of you guys don't actually know is grab the small drone off the top of there. When I'm out recording videos, guys, I tend to use many different camera angles, and the last drone we actually bought for the channel was this DJI Neo. And what the Neo is essentially is a creator's camera. It uses AI to follow you around, and it was nice and easy to use. There you go, hold that. And it was nice and easy to use, and still is, something I will be continue to use as well. But I also wanted that kind of traditional drone kind of feel. So being able to fly, go up higher. And the issue is with a Neo, unless you've got the controller, you can only go up to 50 meters, and then you're kind of stuck and you can't do anything else. So Grace and my wife basically went looking through different places, and they went to buy me another Neo. Now it turns out, the controller for the Neo. But it turns out obviously the DJI app won't allow you to use both at the same time. So they went and swapped it for, you've probably seen the picture on the thumbnail, guys. They brought me, do you want to grab it, Grace? So they bought me the DJI Mini 4K. So me and Grace are going to unbox this. Now this is the Fly More combo. So that actually comes with the controller, batteries, some additional features. And yeah, me and Grace are going to unbox it. I'll be honest with you, I don't know a great deal about drones, guys. So it's all a complete learning curve for me. Very much like the kind of newbie does nitros, newbie does drones, I suppose. And I'm not saying I'm going to be doing loads and loads of drone sort of videos, but what I am going to be using the Mini and the Neo for is creating pictures, obviously, or creating videos with the cars, and maybe a bit of traditional drone footage as well. I'll see how it goes. Maybe you guys would like to see that, but thank you. I do appreciate it, honestly, I really do. So it's nice to know they actually listen to me just jabber on about stuff. I'm going to put the camera over here. Now we're going to do a traditional unboxing. And happy Father's Day to you all. And yeah, I really appreciate you watching all the videos, guys. All like, shares and subscribes. The channel, as I say, is doing amazing. It's nice to have a bunch of supportive people behind me, like my daughter and my wife, and obviously all my friends and you guys at home. So I just hope that you're enjoying the video. So anyway, stop bumping my gums. Oh, there's one of my dogs. And there's my other dog down there. Yeah, all come in for treats. Now, anyway, I'm going to put the camera back. We're going to do like a more top-down look at it and go from there. See you in a second. Right, okay, guys, so unboxing. I've got my lovely assistant with me, Grace. And yeah, so the idea is, now, like I said, I had the Neo. The Neo is really good, and you might have seen some of the footage on the channel recently. That was actually recorded just with this autonomously. So it was no controller. There's quick select buttons on the top of here. The idea is the drone spots you and then flies around and then records. So you can put it on a predestined course. There's different select buttons and everything on there, and it's been good so far, but there was several issues with it. It only goes so far. I only had one battery with it, and really to get the most out of the drone, for it to kind of go up and still be autonomous, it needed to be connected to a controller. Now this is where this comes into plan. So the Mini 4K is what Grace and my wife have got me. And the beauty of this is you don't need a pilot's license for... Oh, did you know that? You need a pilot license for these drones.
Actually?
You can, yeah. As soon as you go over a certain weight, you need a pilot's license for them. You got to actually go sit a test.
That That's mad.
Yeah, I know. So, the idea is with this is obviously still keeping it nice and light. So small footprint. It is a little bit larger than the Neo because that is the smallest drone that DJI actually make. And I do like this, you know, like I say, it has its purpose, and definitely when obviously you're creating content, I think is a great idea. So moving on to the Mini 4K, the issue I had because of obviously the controller, which is the RC N3, I believe, which is compatible with this. My wife and Grace actually bought me the Fly More combo of this. We had to return it because the app will only allow you to connect one Neo at a time, or one of the same device. All right. So we went and looking, and the only thing with this, it only records essentially up to 1080. And as you know, all my videos are done in 4K. So, Fly More combo. So, as you can see, there is the image, obviously, of the drone. Ultra light, 249 grams, and that's fully laden. And 4K. I love the packaging with DJI stuff. There's a more traditional of how it folds up. And some information on the back there. So not a lot to look at when it comes to everything. Now, I said what I'll do with this is I'll get this cellophane and unbox it as per se, and Grace can pull everything out and show us. So I've tried not to do too much research on this product so I can actually find out for myself, and that's part of the thing that I like doing. As you know, I like researching, don't I? Yeah. So Grace and her mum will quite often just see me kind of sat down with the iPad in front of me. iPad's over here, by the way. iPad in front of me, or maybe my laptop, and all I'm doing is just researching stuff. I enjoy the kind of learning process. So I'm going to open the box. I didn't want Grace playing about with this sharp knife.
Gosh, I can tell it's
Yeah, it's very sharp. It's very sharp. There you go. So this is the first time I've seen it. It is Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all my subscribers and anyone watching the videos. I'm a very proud dad of three. There's Grace and her two brothers, Joel and Harvey. Thank you very much, obviously, for being good kids. And I appreciate you. Right, there you go, Grace. Now you can start opening up for me. So let's have a look in the box. That's what we got. Little bit of information on top, QR code. So that is for the DJI Fly app. So guys, what you would do is essentially open up your camera, scan the QR code, and that will take you to the relevant place to download the DJI Fly app. And I will show you on the iPad in a minute when we connect it up, because I actually have this because of the Neo on my iPad. Right, Grace, get out of the box. Let's have a little look. I'll hold it down for you. Nice. It comes in a carry bag. So let's move a box out of the way. How'd you open it? With a little zip. Okay. So there's a strap on the side as well, guys. Obviously, I do like the quality of this as well. Really nice nylon. Padded bag. What's inside here first before we go into that? So a bunch of cables. Put them all out on the table. And we'll lay them all out on the table, and then...
Can't really see them because they're black.
No, that's fine. We'll hold them up to the camera in a minute. I believe they're props. More props, is it? Oh, lots of props. Okay. Oh, I got you. Okay. Ah, sweeties. No, they're not sweet. They're not sweeties. Let's throw those away. Right, okay. So, and then get the rest out. Let's have a little look. So I'll pull these ones out. This obviously, and we'll lay them all on the table. Oh, I like that sticker. That'll go well on my bench, guys. That's really smart. I like that.
Actually, no, I won't go into that yet.
Okay. I think that's the drone.
I'm not very sure.
Yep. That is the controller. We'll show that. We'll open them all up now. So we'll show them the bag, and I believe that's the batteries in the charger. Is that right? Yeah, maybe. So inside, obviously, what they've done, guys, is obviously they've given you compartments to separate everything. So that's nice. Obviously, nice padded bag. Really nice material. Got this kind of pattern on there. I don't know if you can see that, like a triangular pattern. Really nicely made. So obviously with the Fly More combo, what you'll get is obviously the carry case, a bunch of accessories, and then we'll move over. So what Grace is showing by here, these are spare props, guys. Now what I mean by props are propellers. So one thing DJI have done here is actually giving you spares. So if you do damage your propellers on your drone, yeah, you've actually got spares to revert to, and he's giving you 4 sets by the looks on things. 1, 2, 3. Are they all the same? Because it does look. I think they are. No, it's 3 sets. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so they are all the same. You see the orange blades? Yeah. So it's nice that they've actually given those. Screwdriver, obviously for changing your propellers. We've got a USB Type-C to USB Type-C cable. I believe this, and I'll show you in a second, is for the controller. What else we got there, Grace? We have a USB Type-C to USB, micro USB. And then we have a standard USB Type-A to Type-C cable. Obviously, I believe that's for obviously connecting up to a computer. Which bit are we going to open first?
Not the actual one.
No, we want to, okay. So Grace is opening up. So guys, if any of you don't know, Grace has actually been a big part of the channel from day one. We used to go out quite often, didn't we, Grace? A lot. And Grace used to come with me wherever we go bashing. Now, unfortunately, we had a little bit of a moment, didn't we? Yes. Yeah, just kind of put this out there. We were out bashing, and it wasn't the gentleman, obviously, with the car. What had happened is when we were out bashing, we normally tell the children to stay in like a safe zone. And Grace, I
was on the side.
She was on the side and decided not to listen to what we had said.
No. The car accidentally moved.
Okay.
And almost hit me on the face.
Yeah, but we did tell you to stay out of the way, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you came over to see me, which is not fine. I mean, obviously, I'm your dad.
Yeah.
So, but when she came over, we normally shout, incoming, and that means obviously a car's coming out the ramp. Grace had travelled over the one side, and because I was tracking the car jumping, the car actually veered off the jump and headed towards Grace, and
I turned my back.
She turned her back
I had
and
a controller in my hand.
Yeah.
And
caught your face, didn't it, love?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we spent some time in hospital. She ended up with stitches, but you're all good now. Still beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
9 stitches.
9 stitches, wasn't it, babe? So I didn't feel like father of the year.
So after I did have 9 chicken nuggets.
Yeah, there you go. The reward was 9 chicken nuggets. Right, okay, so let's have a look at this battery pack. So this is the battery pack. Obviously, you get one with the drone and you get 2 spare. Now, big problem with owning a drone like these, and something I found out quite recently, was actually runtime. So with the Neo, the actual runtime, they state is 18 minutes, but in real life sort of applications, I was really getting between 12, possibly 15, depending on the strength of the wind, depending on the location, depending on the air quality. There's a lot, obviously, how you're using the drone. Is it working fast? There's a lot of things go into, obviously, the battery life of your drone. You can also take these prop guards off. You know, obviously that will reduce weight. You can change out the props if you wanted to. There's loads of different reasons why obviously your battery life might not be kind of as good as stated. Now, with this one, this is a completely different. This is more capable of dealing with stronger winds. So this is what they call a class 3 drone. So class 3 will struggle with winds, and obviously what they say is anything over 50 mile an hour wind, don't fly. So again, I live in Wales, and Yeah, Grace has just stuck her hand out now and it's actually raining. So we do have a lot of bad weather here because we live in the mountains. And, you know, this is really good on, let's say, a dry day at low levels. So if it went up high, obviously you're then battling against air quality. So along came, obviously, this. You get the batteries. Quite easy to get in and out, like so. They're lithium-ion batteries. I'm not sure what the size of the battery is. It doesn't actually say on you. I might find out in a minute. But there are 3 of these, and it's a quick and easy charge case. So the battery goes in like so. You click that into place. You have, you can use it as a charging port for your drone. So there's a little button there. Will give you your status of your batteries. These are not charged, so I will need to charge these up. You've got your USB Type-C cable, like so. That goes in, that goes to a charger, or you can go to USB Type-C to Type-C. But you can also use a normal USB cable out and charge any of your devices. So you can use it as a battery bank as well, which I thought was actually absolutely awesome, really. So there's that. Right, Grace, what's next? What are we going to move on to? Controller. Let's have a look. It don't matter, babe, honestly, because it's got to come off anyway. I know I like keeping the packaging, but
just plastic.
It's just plastic. It is just plastic. As long as we're not checking it on the floor, things are good.
It's more satisfying.
Yep. So this is the controller, guys. So this is the RCN1. Grace is holding it up. What do you think, Grace? It's like an Xbox controller, isn't it?
Very cool.
It is cool. So in here, obviously, you would mount your phone. I'll show you in a moment. Down, so you have your 3 modes. And I'll do this via close-up with a better camera in a moment, guys. But you have your on-off button, your mode selector. Obviously, you've got your pause button here. Now, what the pause is for, essentially, is if you're flying, you're heading towards, let's say, a problem, e.g. Something you might collide into, what you can do is press the pause button there and the drone will just stop, allowing you to kind of work out how you're going to do it. On top, you have obviously these kind of shoulders. These don't actually do anything, not like a Xbox controller or anything like that. But you do have these here. So you have your camera start and stop for taking your video. You've also got your zoom function, so you can zoom in and zoom out. You have a function button there, which is totally programmable from what I found out, and obviously your camera select there. At the back then, you've got obviously your grips, which is really nice. What would you say that is, Grace? Like a rubberized feel, isn't it?
Like a soft rubber.
Yeah, like a soft rubber. So nice and, you know, even when it's warm, it does feel like it's going to be comfortable. Now, obviously, as you note this year, there isn't any thumb sticks because they hide them in the bottom. Oh, that's cool. So obviously your thumb sticks for when you're traveling, guys. Do you want to take one out? Now you will need to charge this. That's it, pull it out. They screw in. Like so. Okay, so that's one. And then we could take the other one out. And these also have a rubberized texture on them as well, don't they, Grace?
Yeah.
So.
Like a ring.
Very, very nice. Feels very comfortable. And what you can do as well is if you wanted to, you could have the drone like that and make ever so slight movements. So it's not like. Yeah, it does feel comfortable, doesn't it? You have. Yeah. Yeah.
It's not stiff.
No, it's very, very nicely made controller. To turn the device on and off, it's one small press and one long press, and then you get the audible beep. That shows you the status. So obviously you've got 4 lights bar here. This will need charging. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Obviously, and to turn it off, same thing again, hold, and then back off again. At the bottom, a USB Type-C for charging. So really nice controller that, actually. Oh, That's right. Okay. So where you put your phone, guys, you have this pull-up section here. All right. So this is obviously to put your phone in. And inside there is a cable for connecting your phone. So you pull out here. It's just something I need to learn. Hang on. So which way are we going? So that is controller side. That is phone there. Okay, so we need to swap that one out. So that's actually got an iPhone plug on. So we'll change it over to USB Type-C now, which is this one. That's controller side. Like so. Slot straight in. No issues. And then your phone would go like... Is it like this? Yes. Right, so I use an iPhone 15 Pro Max. And then that is your screen there, guys. Okay, so obviously you've got a nice large screen. You plug that in the bottom. I might move that across ever so slightly. Like so. And then that is how you control this. So obviously what you would see by there is your screen. It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's cool.
Now, I believe you can actually change this part out here to allow for, you can have an iPad on you. So you could actually use, a lot of people use an iPad instead because the screen's bigger on an iPad,
Yeah,
so you can see more. I thought that was pretty cool, actually. So there you go. That's obviously how you put that in. I'm going to take my phone out, 2 seconds. We will show you in a moment, though, how it is all set up. So to close that back down, put your cable back around. Where are we to? Did I go the wrong way? I think I did. Yes. And then that goes back in there like so. And then your cable goes inside, that goes back down. And then obviously your joysticks then, take those off. And pop in. Ready for you to put back in your bag and move on. Right. Okay, before we go into the drone, let's make them wait 2 seconds, shall we? So you've got, do you want to show them the instructions and everything? So that is quick start guide, is it, Grace?
Yeah.
Yeah, version 1. In there, obviously, just the same sort of thing as what I just mentioned there, guys. So a little bit of information, how to connect up your phone, how to connect, you obviously pull out your arms on your drone. What else have we got? Again, QR codes, your drone, little bit of information there. Check how to check your battery status. How to assemble your drone, yeah.
I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. This is for your two-way charging hub. Obviously, like so. Just telling you how to use it. Quite easy to understand anyway, to be honest, the charging hub. We have Japan flight safety rules. Prohibited airspaces for flight. Safety guidelines for your drone. What's this? Czech Republic. Drones information notice, class CO with camera. DJI store. Obviously, just telling you how to access the DJI store. And obviously, as I say, you do have your DJI sticker, which I do like that, actually. I really like that. That's going to go on my table somewhere, I think. Right. Star of the show, Grace. Do you want to show him? I'm going to take a sip of my tea, I think. Nice.
I think that's a magnet. Oh, yeah, a clip.
Okay, so there's actually a clip there, guys, for packing your drone up. So once it's in your bag, to keep everything safe, do you want to put it up to the camera, babe, just to show? So obviously there's a little clip there. Nice. So that then obviously keeps it safe in a bag. And at the back, you have this little kind of safety clip for your props to go into, as you can see. And then I believe, yeah, that goes into there like so. So obviously it keeps it all in one place. So your propellers then don't get damaged. So that's cool. Right, go on then, let's take that off. What's that, love?
What do I take off?
Okay, so let's take that off. This comes off.
Oh.
All right, so that's your clip there. Just show them the clip. There you go, guys. That actually keeps your drone safe when traveling. You are greeted straight away. Obviously, you've got a gimbal protector there. Please remove a gimbal protector, so we'll take that off. You've got to be careful and make sure the gimbal protector is on, guys, if you're traveling, right? Because your gimbal can get damaged. So what I mean by a gimbal, you don't even know what that means, do you? Know what a gimbal is?
It sounds like gibberish.
Sounds like gibberish. Good, Grace, I like it. What your gimbal is, guys, is obviously your camera mount. So your camera is stabilized, all right? And what that means is, dependent on the flight of your drone, that camera it's a three-way gimbal. So what that actually means, it goes forward, up, down, and left and right.
Oh, so the camera.
Yeah. Yeah, so the camera is mounted on that and it's stabilized, all right? So if the drone moves quickly, the camera stays stable. Okay?
Yeah.
Right. So obviously this is your gimbal protector. Okay, by there. Make sure you keep that. And they have these little tabs on there to stop the gimbal from moving around. So I've got to be careful taking this off. 2 seconds, because I don't want to damage it. As you can see it moving around there.
Yeah.
So all that we will need to calibrate in a moment. Take that off. Little piece of plastic there. Keep that by there. So that's one of the benefits over quickly. The gimbal and the camera are definitely a benefit over the Neo. So the Neo, as you noticed, is not able to do side-to-side movements. You've only got up or down. So the issue there is if it goes off track, you do get slight movements. Obviously with the camera, it does its best to actually stabilize it, but unfortunately, there's only so much it will cope with. So we'll put that back on in a moment. We'll show everyone that. And just obviously, put that straight. It is awkward to put back on, mind, to be honest with you. There you go. Right, okay, so that's my gimbal protector. We have, do you know what these are?
Wings?
No, they're propellers, babe. So these are obviously what makes it fly.
Yeah.
All right. So you also have
I was close then.
a power status light there. So again, just like the controller, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 lights and an on-off button. Again, you would hold it down. Now, bearing in mind, inside I haven't put the battery. You also have a status light underneath, so that will when you fly and be able to see this light to see where the drone is. Number 2, it will also show you the status of your battery. That bit there is obviously your depth perception. So they're actually little infrared sensors. So when the drone comes down, when it's landing, it will know exactly where it is. Obviously, so it just doesn't keep coming down really fast and crash to the floor. Right, let's take these propellers off, shall we? So set the drone out, shall we? How do I do this is the question. First of all, instructions. Yeah, everyone likes instructions. You don't know where they are, do you?
Where did you put the instructions?
Over there somewhere.
Right. Where's the instructions? Okay. Right. Where they?
I think what we'll do in a minute is when we get it out, we'll change the camera.
So twist up.
Okay. Oh, hang on. I don't want to break anything. There you go. That's another sticker off. So in there, guys, is where your battery would sit. Obviously inside there. Okay. We'll show that in a moment. There are some stickers here. Take those off. Like so. So now, to unwrap it, Grace, what do we do?
Right.
I think I know. Fold one, won't we?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, and the same again with this one.
Yes.
So that is one, and then you have your, oh no I haven't, sorry, I've done it the wrong way. See, this is why we do videos. Show people. So first things first, these front ones, like so.
Backwards.
And then the back ones. And then turn them upside down. And that bit there then is your drone. Cool, isn't it? Like it?
Yes.
So, as you can see, guys, in there obviously are your, they're very much like outboard runner motors. So essentially you can see the copper coils in there. You've got your blades, easy enough to change out. You've got Phillips heads on top. I think the best thing I can do here is change your camera around. My lovely assistant by you will start pointing to things. How's that, Grace?
Okay.
Okay. Right, see you in a sec. Right, okay, so we've now changed your camera, guys. This is obviously the content of what you would get with your DJI. So, first of all, I think Grace is going to be my lovely assistant on this one. Grace, do you want to show them? So, where do you want to start?
Instructions.
Instructions. All right, let's show them the instructions. So, if you put your hands behind the camera, it's easier. There you go. So, obviously, this is the instructions for the two-way charging hub, guys. A little bit of information there for you, obviously to get you going. As I say, the charging hub is quite easy to work out anyway, but for anyone who's unsure, and obviously the fact that you can use it as a power bank, there you go. So that is that. Now you also have the QR code, as I mentioned, like so. This is obviously for the DJI store, and this will give you all the information you need. Like so. And then we have this would be for prohibited airspace and flight. Again, all worth reading over. I know I obviously preach this obviously when it comes to the cars, guys. There might be information in there that some of you may not actually know, and definitely someone like myself, I will sit there and go through the instructions and read them out properly. Just because there's a lot of stuff, don't assume that you actually know stuff. I mean, especially if you are a seasoned user of, let's say, a drone or an RC or whatever, fair enough. Some of it may not apply to you, but 9 times out of 10, if something goes wrong, we all resort back to instruction manuals. It's true though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, okay, so this is the safety guidelines for the DJI Mini 4K. Again, very important you read this. Don't assume that you can fly into an area or possibly use your drone in prohibited areas, or you may not want to read it all. Some of it you may want to skip through, but yeah, quite in depth. Again, there are QR codes here that you can actually go through. Thank you, Grace. That's good. Lovely. And then obviously we've got the quick start guide. I'll show them this one in a second, okay? So we've got the quick start guide, guys. This is quite a good one. Obviously, if you just want to get going straight away, all the information about your controller, your RCM1, information about the Mini 4K, how to mount your phone to your controller, what each stick does. Obviously, your and I can't think of the other word. There is a word for it, and I don't understand. But yeah, essentially up, down, left, right, and obviously your height. So that's the quickest way I can explain it. Like I say, I'm not a seasoned drone user, so I don't know the terminology, but there are bits we can all pick up on. Anyway, so that's that. And then we have this beautiful, bring it closer to the camera, beautiful sticker. I quite like that, actually. I really like that one, because normally the DJI stickers are very boring, but that one's nice. I like that. Brilliant. Okay, so that is that. Then We have drone information notice. You don't really need to go in with that one, really, to be honest. Quite honest with you, Grace. That, again, is just for the different countries you may be using it in. Czech Republic, all over the world. Right, okay, so that's all the nonsense out of the way. As we mentioned, this is the safety clip, obviously, for your drone. Showing you how to fold it away and how to actually put it back on. So I'm going to keep that sticker here a second underneath. But yeah, love the branding with DJI. I'm an avid user of DJI products. I've got the Neo, I've got DJI Mic 2, which you can hear my voice with now. DJI Osmo Action 5. Really like their products. Good quality. Okay, so that is the safety clip. Do you want to show them the screwdriver? So this is obviously for changing out your propellers. And then obviously you've got the propellers, spare propellers that they've included in the packaging. Very nice that they're including those as well. Awesome. Cables wise, I'm bringing it up closer to the camera. So we have a USB type C to micro USB there. Okay. And then obviously it does also come with a USB type C to lightning port, e.g. older iPhone. There you go. And then we have a USB type A to type C cable, obviously for connecting to maybe your charger or your computer, whichever way. Because what will happen, guys, is obviously you have on the drone, and I'll go into this in a moment, you have got a memory card slot on here. There isn't memory on the drone, so you will need, and quickly, just to kind of go over this, you will need a memory card, micro SD card to go inside. And obviously that is for onboard charging or downloading video files off the drone itself. We'll go into the drone in a moment. Then we have the controller. There you go, guys. So holding it up nice and close. As we mentioned, what we have here, just kind of going over, is obviously where you could connect your phone to, and then you've got your USB type C cable in there. So just putting that back in, bear with me. And then there's a, that's it, push it down, and then obviously close down there. Push, that's it. Right, okay. This here is obviously for zooming in and out on your, so it's 2-timed optical zoom with your drone, guys. Okay, so that is obviously for getting a closer angle or moving away. Obviously here then you've got your start, stop, record, take a picture button, which is nicely placed, because that, if you think about it, if you're flying with your thumbs, obviously you want a stop start button close there, and that is why you have a drone, essentially, is obviously to take videos. Then on the front of it, as you can see, we have Cine. So Cine is for creating more cinematic looking videos, e.g. slow moving, maybe going across a pond or something like that, or maybe even go across a rock face where you want to kind of capture all the details. You have normal mode, obviously, and what will happen is Cine will give you a longer battery life. Then you have normal mode, and then sport. If you put it into sport, expect your battery life to be less. Turn it on, as we mentioned, that then gives you your battery. Obviously, four batteries. And then obviously when it gets down to the bottom, it will turn red. Turn that back off, like so. And then we have your pause button and land. All right, so that's there. Then you got your thumbsticks, USB Type C. And on the back, your grips then obviously for your hand. But it is a really comfortable controller. Inbuilt battery lasts a long time. And obviously you've got a USB Type C port there. Right, moving on to the drone, Grace. Moving on to the drone.
We haven't done the batteries.
We haven't done the batteries. So go on then. Let's show them the battery, shall we? So this is the battery. But bringing closer to the camera, Grace, so they can see. So obviously you have an on-off button here for your power bank. USB Type C and USB Type A. And as you can see, you've got in for your power and then out for your power. Obviously, moving on to the back. Little bit of information. Okay, lovely. Moving it the other way. And then obviously your batteries, guys. So just to get a battery out, what you do is you press, hold, pull out. There's a little clip there. That's him. Pull them out. Let's show them the batteries up close. As I say, these are lithium-ion batteries, guys. Okay. And there's obviously one in the drone as well. So really nice, obviously, you get that with the Fly More combo. Gives you plenty of runtime with your drone. Then, moving on to the drone. This is the big one. So, as Grace is holding it, I'll try and point out what I know. I mean, I know a little bit, but I'll try and show you. Obviously, nice little logo on the back with the DJI logo there. You have, obviously, at the front then, obviously, your three-way gimbal with your camera. These are for cooling, I believe, just for cooling down the drone. I'm not quite sure. I may need to look into that. Obviously Mini 4K then on your arm that comes across. You have your props and your motors. These are generally classed as outboard motors or outrunners. So what that actually means, there's no case for them as per se. They actually spin around on a magnet there. Obviously your legs going down. This is obviously for landing. Can I just show them 2 seconds? Yeah. So this is obviously for when you come down, giving you something to land on rather than landing on the camera face. Right. So Grace is going to hold it now. Go on then, back to being Grace. You have your obviously your sensors here. This is obviously for landing. Your on off and obviously your battery status here. And then moving it around to the back of the drone. Your battery compartment is here. So how you open this up is just literally finger there and then pulling the battery out again like so, just looking down into the drone. There you go. And obviously your battery, so that will need to go in like so. When it clicks in, a little bit of a push, it clicks into place, and then obviously put your compartment down. USB Type-C and micro SD card slot. Right, now I'm gonna have to charge the batteries now because there's not much more I can show you there. Oh, do you want to quickly just show them the bag? Yeah. And this is the bag it comes with. I rather like this actually, guys. Really nicely made, padded. Obviously you've got compartments then obviously for your cables and everything else you might want to obviously include. Obviously your charger, your drone, everything goes in place. It's nice that obviously you get this, and it is a really nice quality. I mean, even the strap feels a nice quality actually, doesn't it, Grace? Yeah. Yeah, so really cool that is. I'm gonna need, I believe it's gonna take an hour to charge the batteries here, and I can't show you until let me just check. I don't think there is battery in this. No battery at all. So we now need to charge the batteries. Right guys, so we're gonna go for first flight here. Okay, so I'm just gonna put my battery in. I have installed the memory card. So I've got the controller turned on. As you can see, I've got it connected to my iPhone 15. Turn it on. So the drone is now on, guys. Now we're going to take it outside. So this is going to be first flight. I don't know if the camera will pick this up. So let's just put it on the table there. Okay, connect to aircraft. Because now find it, go fly. Okay, brilliant. So connection successful. We're going to go with
home point updated.
Satellite positioning. We've got 15 satellites, so that's good. So we're going to head over in that direction over there and hope for the best, really. I'm going to record it. So we've got 99% on the battery. We go to this here. Now with this, obviously what you do is hold your finger on there.
Takeoff.
As you can see, the drone is now taking off. So we're now going to revert back to the controller. We're up 3 meters. 5, 6, 9, 12 meters. Let's get a bit of height in it. Up, 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 up. And we're going to head over. So we're 40 meters up now. And we're going to, this button here is the camera, angle the camera downwards. So we're going to scan the, there you go, so we can see where we're going. Right, let's head out. So obviously We're now traveling. We're 5. So we are traveling out. And the drone is now going over. So we're 60 meters out. And I'm just gonna hover over. Just wanted to check on it. Let's just turn it to the right a bit. I'm gonna head over to this building over here. It's 150 meters out. So we are recording. This is going pretty well, so I'm good. We're in flight. We're 22 satellites, 98% on the battery. We're still flying. Let's angle it. So this is obviously going over the valley. Let's gain a bit more height. Bit more height. Let's take him right up. We're still flying. We're 22. We still got good signal to the RC. We're flying right over the valley now. I need to apologise. We're flying right over the valley. Bit more height because I don't want to crash into anything. And we're still flying out. This is going really, really well. Gain a bit more height again. Still flying over. 23 satellites, everything's good. We've got a connection break there then. I'm still travelling, so I'm going to turn him back around now. I'm going to fly back. It's going really well. Signal break there. 89%. We're flying quite high here. 82 meters above the floor. Hope you can see this well, guys. Now, if I want to return this to me, I press this button here, turn to home. So what now we're going to do is take it up to 100 meters, I believe.
Return to home.
So it's now actually bringing me back. So let's just bringing me home. So we're right up there at the moment. As you can see, bringing me right home now. So we will bring the height down now. Fingers crossed. So the drone is now above us.
Landing.
So now bringing us down. So as you can see, there's me. And if you look up, guys, we should be able to see it. And there's our drone. Yeah. So first flight. Let's go back out one more time.
Happy Father's Day.
Hiya, bud. You okay?
Yeah.
Let me just land this 2 seconds.
Danielle just said you just flew when you drove the pole.
I did.
I've got some range on it. I think 2 miles that is. Idiot. I just looked at his head.
So just bringing it down, guys. 2 seconds.
Landing.
Here you go.
Oh yeah. This is my son Joel. This is my son Harvey. Happy Father's Day. Right guys, so welcome back. I hope you enjoyed obviously the first flight. I got to be honest, a little bit nerve-wracking. Even though obviously I have flown a drone before, it's a little bit different with this because I never really kind of got right up altitude-wise and out. Because this one I could only connect up to 50 meters. So the good thing is obviously with being someone who's used like a stick controller for RC racing years ago, this felt very natural to me, the controller, so I really like that, and it was very comfortable to use. Everything's in the right place obviously for controlling your camera, obviously tilting it up and down. The record feature, that was all good, and I never had any issues at all. The drone itself is so stable in comparison to my previous drone. I want to say a huge thank you obviously to my daughter Grace and my wife for buying me the drone. I have got my two sons here, I'll show you them in a moment. They've turned up to give me Father's Day treats, as there it is in my glass here. Responsible father drinking on the job. I will put links in the description to where you can pick this combo up. I would definitely recommend it as an entry point. With picking the drone up and the first user experience of flying it out there, I didn't feel at any point I was out of control. And there was a point in the flight where, if you notice, when I put the footage up, I kind of went out there, positioned myself back to come home and thought, right, I don't know where I am. Luckily, the return to home feature on the controller or on the screen at the time, you press that, the drone went up, it gained as much height as it could to make sure it's out of the way of any obstacles, and it came straight back to me. So that was amazing. Very nice package, very easy to use, and I would recommend it. I'm going to say this, obviously, I don't want you thinking I'm trying to be biased because obviously it's a present, but genuinely, I would tell you if I felt like there was an issue there. I've got the batteries charging up now, so I will be making another flight tomorrow. Obviously, the weather is meant to be a lot better than what it was today. I was panicking a little bit with the sky and everything, being as grey as it is. But the beauty of having something like this is some of the areas we go to are very, very idyllic and very beautiful looking, and it'd be nice to capture some of the surrounding areas that we go bashing in. So yeah, it's got this, and I can also safely position this at the edge of a track or wherever I'm bashing, and it is stable and we'll be able to capture 4K footage. Massive thank you to Grace for the present. I really appreciate it. They can't see you, love. Speak. They can see you. There you go. And huge thank you to my sons. This is Harvey and this is Joel.
Shwmai!
Shwmai. That means hello in Welsh, by the way, guys. They have brought me Jack Daniel's treats, and that's a good thing. We like Jack Daniel's. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Until next time, guys, please check the box for more videos. Thank you very much for watching the channel. Stay awesome. I'll catch you later.